right, thank you so much, Kyla and Tehila, for playing the national anthem for us so beautifully. All right, thank you. And it's your weekend, and this is our special Children's Day edition. And I'm so excited about today's edition. It's just going to be so packed with awesome activities. And of course, I'm not going to be doing this all by myself. I have with me here
Mahmoud Abdurrahman. Thank you, Ms. Chineye. It's my pleasure to be part of the Children's Day edition of your weekend. My name is Mahmoud Abdurrahman, and I'll be a co-host on today's show along with Ms. Chineye.
All right. It's good to have you join us again. You were here last year.
Yes.
How does it feel to be back?
It feels good.
Okay. All right. So we have our usual segments. We have the weekend entertainment, talking movies, and we'll be having some very interesting guests on the show. And of course, we have some children here. Hello, children.
Hello, Miss G.
Please smile. Are you not excited to be with us here?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it again. Hello, children.
Hello, Miss G.
All right. So you're excited to be here?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we have our usual segments today. We have the weekend entertainment, talking movies, and some very interesting guests. And of course, we have some activities for our children here. All right, thank you so much, Yemi, for bringing us up to date in the world of entertainment. And of course, we have an awesome lineup for you today. But before we go on, let's take this time to thank all our supporters. And of course, we have Dangote, Gogzi Cakes, Checkers Custard, Sumal Yale Vital, Veleta, Jom Tom Ventures, Yalo FC Bauchi, and of course SG Soki. Thank you so much for supporting us on today's edition of Your Weekend. And of course, Mahmoud, what do we have next?
Yes. In today's world, it is very important that children are taught a new skill from a young age. Next, we have a baking competition where 7 children showcased the new skill they had acquired, which reminds them of what they had learnt.
My name is Tochi, and you guys, you're all welcome to this bake-off. I know you're supposed to be more than this, but this number is fine. So I understand that you've been trained for a while to bake, right? So this is going to test how much of what you were trained to do that you learned and absorbed. That's why we're here. And this is in celebration of Children's Day. Let me meet each and every one of you. Hello, Esther, how are you?
I'm fine.
So tell me, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
You're 14, so I see your station is all ready, you're all prepped up. So what would you be baking today?
I'm going to be baking a chocolate cake.
So let me go over to Ibi Wari. How are you, my darling? Tell me, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
10 years. Oh, fantastic. So your station is all, I'm seeing lots of ingredients going on here. What are you going to be doing for us today?
Okay, so today I'm going to be making a vanilla flavored cake.
Okay. Tell me about it.
So first of all, you have to put the sugar and butter in one bowl and then mix it continuously. Then you have to sieve.
That's your recipe you're outlining. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it, right? So let's come over and meet Obinia. How are you? Oh, you're the only boy here. How are you?
Fine.
So tell me why you're interested in baking, because it doesn't look like work for a lot of guys.
I'm interested in baking because of the money it brings.
Money! Money is your motivation. Okay, so I look forward to that, right? And our final workstation here, Idara. How are you, my love? Okay, you look excited. I hope your end result is going to be as excited as you are. So tell me, what are you doing today?
Just chocolate cake.
You're just making plain, regular chocolate cake. And tell me about what your end result is going to be.
It's just going to be the normal cake that you see every day. Although it's going to be busy a little, so I don't know how.
Okay, No problem. That's good. So, I see you're all ready and you know what you're going for, right? So, your time starts now. Esther, so what have you made for us? What do you call your cake? I see your cupcakes are looking really nice. So should we go ahead and taste it? Huh? Okay, so let's taste your cake. We both. So well done.
Well done, Esther.
Don't worry about the icing, we're not looking at that. So thank you very much. So let's taste your cake. It's a bit too oily because of the
I kind
butter.
of like the frosting, or what's it called?
Yeah,
the
the butter
frosting.
frosting.
Yeah, it's,
So
it tastes very
it's not bad.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ibiwa. You did a very good job today. Fantastic.
We kept his
I'm gonna
word.
need you to
zoom into
yes
this.
to show
this
me the colors. Okay. The two colors you combined are standing out and shining by themselves. So this is good. You did a good, really good job. Yeah. So we're going to taste it and see if it
Gonna give us
tastes as
velvet.
good as it looks. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, dig in. More. Very nice cake. It's fluffy, it's soft. It melts in the mouth.
Like it should.
Melts in the mouth. Just a little bit off on the taste, yeah? So well done. Final contestants. What's your name? Hadessa. Okay, I hope it's okay if we taste your cake. Okay. Nice cake. This is really nice. Great texture, and I love the way it melts in my mouth. Thank you so much. So well done.
All right, very interesting report there, and I believe the competition was very intense. And as usual, we have some winners, the first, second, and third position, which we will announce later on the show. And I would like to ask my co-presenter, Mahmoud, do you know how to bake?
No, I really don't know how to bake.
But it's something that you would like to learn.
Yes, I would love to learn how to bake.
All right. Okay, so moving on the show, we'll take a short break, and when we return, it will be more on your weekend. All right, if you're just joining us, it's still your weekend and we are having our Children's Day special edition. And it's time for us to meet our guest, and she is Choma Chukudile. She is the lead mentor of Prized Learners Mentorship Club. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's talk about what you do. Let's start by talking about the work you do at Prized Learners Mentorship Club. How did it begin and how profitable has it been?
Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, Pride Learners Mentorship Club, I would say, is a child of destiny.
Okay.
I'm a teacher. I've taught for over 20 years. And while I'm on the job of teaching, I found some gaps. Maybe because of the nature of the jobs our parents do these days, and maybe the fact that we're not raising children as, you know, a community anymore. When we're growing up, one child is everybody's child. So there were so many gaps. And then I had a dream one day where I was talking to children. They were all seated and the light was beaming on them. I knew it wasn't a school. So I just got this feeling in my heart. Why don't you start filling the gaps you are seeing?
Okay.
The gaps of the things children should learn at home, they are no longer learning. Like good manners. As simple as greeting is. Skills. You know, the parents don't have time for most of this. The ones that do have time, they might have the money to enroll them in football academy, in ballet classes.
Yeah.
But after that, what next?
What next? Yeah.
So that was what led me to Christ Learners Club. We are 2 years going now. And to the glory of God, I've been able to see some of those things I really desire to see in children. I did that in class. It's a good one, but this one, I call it, I own it. You know, and then how profitable? Let's not go to profit yet. Let's say that passion is driving this for now.
Okay.
Yes, the parents pay, but I'm not counting profit yet.
Okay. All right, Mahmoud.
You are a mentor to the children under your care. How do you, as a mentor, help these children set achievable goals at their age?
Thank you, Mahmoud. That's a very good question. I wish I knew this question would come up. I would have brought a short clip of what we did this year.
Okay.
Early this year, we did our setting of goals. As many of them as could come on board, the first thing I did was to make sure every one of them set their goals for the year, and then they videoed themselves reading out what, you know, they want to achieve for the year. And then by our next club meeting, I have to get them cardboards and markers so that they can do their vision board. And the children that were around, my mentees, they wrote whatever it is they want to achieve for the year, they cut it out and they pasted it. Some of them drew, some of them wrote. And I told them, we're going to paste it in your room. As you're waking up, you'll be seeing it.
Wow.
At least I know some of them who set the goal of, I'm going to pass my entrance exams, and they've passed it. I told them, for each one you do, you tick it. And then some of them, they wrote, I want to learn how many memory verses. Some wrote 50, and some of them achieved it within this quarter, truly. And I am happy. I'm helping them set their goals by making sure they have a vision board of it. As you see it, you start working towards it. The ones you haven't achieved, you know that I have not achieved this, and I'm going to keep working at it till I achieve it.
All right, that's amazing.
Thank you.
All right, so how can we help children develop effective communication skills and build a healthy self-esteem?
Thank you very much. That's one of the thrust of our mentorship club. Growing healthy self-esteem is a social skill. And at the same time, it's one of the 5 C's we have now in the world. They are the soft skills children must have. Critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and all of that. Now, I always make sure that when they come for club activities, you must learn to interact. You must learn to use the 5 wonder words. Please, excuse me, sorry, thank you, pardon me, you know. And then you see them just trying to, like, once in a while, I will give a gift, even if the child is not
Award
there.
a child that has
And then
done
I
well.
want to know your feedback. You see me later, what you do? Do you say thank you? Do you say, oh, I got this? And I am really grateful that every time I see them, they are getting better. Now, what I do with some, I just throw them to each other. Some are very withdrawn, some are outgoing. And once in a while, I think just last week I called two of them and said, why don't you get this person? Talk with this person. Make sure, and then I give them tasks. Come and talk to the whole class. Let's see what you can do. For some of them, it's like a moment we can't survive, but they're surviving it and they're doing better every day.
Like a Herculean task.
It is for some of them, but I thank God that in that mentorship club now, almost everybody knows how to talk to the public. We're not afraid of that.
Amazing.
Let's talk about activities or programs that you engage children in and how you are able to have positive outcomes.
Okay, some of the activities we do, the baking class we just talked about, it was a brainchild of one of our parents. We were thinking of how do we get the older children involved. When I started this, I put it ages 6 to 13, and some people were like, no, don't peg it, leave it. As time goes on, the vision will get clearer. And so we started with hands-on activities. We have done things like homekeeping. They learned how to swim, how to sweep, how to wash their clothes, how to wash plates. As simple as that is. How to make their beds, to lay their beds. All of them are in pictures. How to hang clothes. And they loved it. We have done activities like the one they love most, how to say no. It is a skill. You mustn't always say yes, and so they're learning to say no to peer pressure that is bad. They're learning to say no to bullying. We have done so many activities like handcrafts, and this baking is one of the things we have done that has really pushed most of them. There is a whole lot. I'm just running out of ideas on what we do, but one of these days we are going to have a real program where the whole world will see the activities of Pure Mentorship Club.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so how do you measure progress and track your progress? Yeah, measure the success and track progress.
Thank you, ma. Measuring progress in this kind of thing it has to do with the child. It is not quantitative. It's not something. It's qualitative. Right. By their behavior, you will see it. My son is one of my mentees. When we did that laying of bed, he had to learn it. So making his bed is not an issue. And I'm sure with all of them, because their parents give me feedback. And then for some of them, I have the boys who said, I want to learn baking because I need to make money out of this. And I'm so happy. Entrepreneurial skill is already there. And when they baked, everybody was like, boys do this too. And then the one of saying no as a skill, I've forgotten the topic, but they were able to give me feedback that in school, someone asked me to do this and I said no. So I am happy that they're giving me positive feedback. That is how I measure that you are getting there. And then their parents also give me feedback too. That's how I know that things are happening.
Okay, nice.
What is the long-lasting positive impact of mentorship?
Mentorship programs in the lives of children.
It is very important. I think in Nigeria we are underrating it. And for me as a mother, as a teacher, as a lead mentor, we can never overemphasize the importance of mentorship in the lives of children. We need it. We need it. If you're a Christian, look at the life of Jesus. He had his 12. If you're a Muslim, we know Muhammad had his own group of disciples and all. Anything that has to last, if there is a leader, there must be that leader who is mentoring the followers. Because if we don't mentor these children, we keep saying children are the leaders of tomorrow. Which tomorrow? The tomorrow has come. When we see children videoing, acts of violence and doing nothing about it, nobody is mentoring them. Empathy is gone. Yeah. So we need to mentor children to know that right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah. And to be honest, it mustn't only be the parents doing it, because as it is now, parents don't have time. So we cannot overemphasize the importance of mentorship. We need it. Yeah. Every child needs a mentor they can look up to.
All right, just before we go, because they're already giving me signs that we're out of time, but I need to ask you this last question, because it's something to do with your you know how they talk about job satisfaction? Yeah. So what's satisfaction? You must have some satisfaction from what you're doing. So what are some of the benefits that you gain from being a mentor to children?
Imagine me walking into church, into school, into a classroom, into a birthday. Other parents are walking in and everybody goes, Mrs. Chokadile! What kind of satisfaction are you looking for again? The other parent just walks past, everybody looks away, and then everybody is just, we call ourselves celebrities, mini celebrities. The joy of knowing that these children are happy with you. If you're not doing something right, if they see you, they will walk away. But everybody, even the teenage ones are opening up to me. They want to talk to you about certain things. The satisfaction is intrinsic. It's not something I can start mentioning. And then the social base, my social base is expanding. I am getting to meet newer people every day. People who can, help you with things in life. Their parents are happy. I am happy. So, I think my satisfaction is, okay, let me say 90% because we're still talking about profit now. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we have constantly seen adults speak in matters concerning our future and our society. But would it be so bad if children lend their voices to issues as it concerns us? Here is a roundtable conversation by children as they speak on inflation.
Hello and welcome to Prize Learners Mentorship Roundtable. My name is Obinya Chukudile, and we're going to discuss on the topic inflation and effects of inflation on our families. With me here on this table are
Menti Ibiwari Kalaiwo,
Menti Hadassah Jonathan,
Menti Sean Kalaiwo,
Menti David Prosper,
Menti Nathaniel Udo,
Juliet Beatrice,
Menti Akanimo Udo,
Menti Nathaniel Otarapo,
Menti Esther Godswill,
Menti Emmanuel Otarapo.
Emmanuel. Please, can you tell us what inflation is?
Thank you, moderator. Inflation is when the prices of goods and services rise over a period of time.
Thank you. Menti Hadassah, how does inflation affect our families?
Thank you, moderator. In fact, inflation can affect our families because as prices go up, families may find it difficult to afford basic necessities like food, so they might have to cut down on their meals.
Menti Nathaniel, what noticeable impact have you noticed on your household's budget and purchasing power as a result of inflation?
Sometimes when we leave the things that take electricity from our house on, and that always affects our family's budget in electricity.
Thank you for that contribution, Menti Nathaniel. Menti Esther, are there specific items or expenses in your family budget that have been affected by a result of inflation as a result of inflation?
Thank you, moderator. So, price of bread has increased. So, like before, we used to buy like 3 or 4 loaves of bread, but now we only buy like 2. That's how inflation has gone up in our family.
Thank you, Menti Esther. Menti Ibiwari, what are some strategies our families can use to cope with inflation?
Thank you for this opportunity, moderator. Some strategies that we can use to cope with difficulties of inflation are by switching off all the lights that are not in use to preserve electricity. And also, we should not waste food because food is one of the primary things we need to survive, and if we waste it, it's going to be hard to get more because of the way Nigeria is now.
Thank you for those wonderful contributions, Menti Ibiwari. Menti Sean, how can we adjust our spending habits to account for inflation?
I believe the habits that we should formulate are the ones by having a conscious spending habit and by be aware of all of the things that you are buying so that there can be enough money for other goods that you need in the house.
Menti Nathaniel, how can we differentiate between necessary spendings and unnecessary spending in times like this?
Thank you, moderator. Necessary needs are those things that we need to survive, while unnecessary needs are those things that we don't need to survive, but we just want.
Menti Nathaniel, Thank you for shedding some light on the differences between necessary and unnecessary spending. Master Akanimo, can you give us some examples of necessary and unnecessary spending?
Thank you, moderator. I think some examples of necessary and unnecessary spendings are necessary spendings like when you want, when you need something, like you need your money for school to go and buy food during break time at school. But stuff you want, which are unnecessary spendings, are like you're seeing your friends with other clothes, phones, and other stuff, and you ask your parents for it just to fit in with them.
Menti Prosper, what are some ways we can contribute to reducing inflation in our families?
Ways we can contribute to reduce inflation are that we should stop wasting food because they are getting expensive, and also water too, and electric.
Thank you, Menti Prosper, for those contributions. Menti Juliet, do you have any other contribution to that question?
I think some ways we can reduce inflation in our family is we should stop spending food, like wasting our foods. When they give us food, we should always finish our food. When they give us water, we should always finish it. If we can't finish it, we can put it in our water bottles.
Are there any long-term investments or saving options that can help protect against inflation?
Okay, so you can save against inflation by investing in assets and by re-evaluating your budgets.
Thank you so much. We have come to the end of today's Children's Roundtable. I hope you learned a thing or two and how to cope with inflation. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that was very interesting roundtable discussion by children. I was there, and it was such a fun time. It was so interesting watching them talk about inflation and how inflation has affected them and all. So I don't know, Mahmoud, what do you think about the inflation, as in the situation in the country? How has it affected you?
The inflation of the country has affected me by when I used to buy biscuits like 3 years ago, I always buy the biscuits 200 naira. But now the biscuits that I buy 3 years ago is now 500 naira.
Yeah, so it's very expensive now.
Yes.
So maybe you don't even take, do you take a bottle of, do you take mineral soft drink to school too?
Yes, yes.
And the price has gone up too.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so up next we have a games activity for the children in the studio. Are we excited? Yes. All right, so now we're going to play a game, and this is Spelling Bee. Are we excited?
Yes.
All right, so I want Mahmoud to handle the first session.
Please, do we have ages 8 to 10? Okay, this is junior category for Spelling Bee. Please, who wants to choose a number from 1 to 10? Number what, please? Number 5. Number 5 says door.
Door.
Yes, door.
D-O-O-R.
Thank you.
Correct.
That is correct.
Take a hand. Clap for her. So who wants to go next? Okay.
Number what? Number 7. Dark. Correct.
Correct. Clap for her.
Who wants to answer? Number what? Number 10. Laugh. Thank you.
Clap for her. Okay, so next up is senior category. And we have questions, okay, ages 11 to 15, right? We have 11 to 15 here, right? Okay, so we have questions 1 to 10. If you want to pick a number, just raise your hand and all right, Obinaya, number 10. Spell bicycle.
Bicycle.
Bicycle. I think you're supposed to say, after spelling, you're supposed to say the word, isn't it? All right, well done. Clap for him again. All right, so give him again. All right, next. Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5. Spell discover.
Discover. DISCOVR. Discover.
Discover. Clap for her. Okay, and that's it for spelling bee, but we'll do a quiz later on, but let's take a break. All right, we'll take a break, and when we return, it will be more on your weekend. Enjoy.
Welcome back from our break. Now it's now time for our quiz segment. Let's see how many children can take on our questions and win our prizes.
Okay, so we have questions 1 to 14. So you pick a number and we'll ask the question, and please speak up when you give your answer. Okay, so who wants to go first? Okay, question. We have question 5. Okay. What is the tallest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest.
Speak up.
Mount Everest.
Why are you asking us a question? Answer it with confidence.
Mount Everest.
Okay, Mount Everest. All right, clap for her. Okay, so give her a go.
Who wants to go next? Yes. Question number what? 2. Number 2. What is the name of the famous mouse in Disney cartoons?
Mickey Mouse.
That's correct.
Clap for her. Okay, now you guys can calm down. I'm sure you're wondering, what questions are they going to ask us? Don't worry, they are simple questions for you. You already know them, right? Okay, so who wants to go next? Okay. What question?
Number 8.
Question 8. Okay. What do caterpillars turn into?
Butterflies.
Butterflies. Clap for her.
Thank you.
Please, who wants to go next? Yes. Question
Number 9.
Number 9. How many letters are there in English language?
English language.
Yes.
Correct.
That's correct.
Clap for him. Okay. So who wants to go next? All right. Number 10. How many days are there in a year? There are two answers to this one, so okay. Correct. Clap for her.
Who wants to go next?
Kyla.
Number what? Number 3. What animal is known as the king of the jungle?
Clap for him. Correct. Okay, so we'll take 2 more and then we'll move on. So who wants to go next? Okay, go ahead. Question 7. What is the full meaning of AI? Correct. Clap for him. Is that all? Have I asked the last 2 or one more? Okay, we can do one more. All right, one more chance for someone to win. All right, go. Number 1. What is the largest mammal on Earth? You got it first. Why were you afraid? Is it my expression that confused you? What did you say? What was your first answer? But it's the blue whale. But yes, we can say the whale. All right, clap for him. Okay, so that's it for our quiz segment. Okay, it's time for us to announce our winner of the Bake Off. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, that we had a Bake Off and we'll be announcing the winners on today's show. And after a very long deliberation, our judges arrived at the top winners, and would like to present them with their gifts here today. And in 3rd position, but before I announce our winners, let me first of all thank our supporters, because without the supporters we won't have the gifts to give to the children. So thank you so much for supporting us. Dangote, Gogzi Cakes, Checkers Custards, Sumal Yale Vital, Valletta Wine, Jom Tom Ventures, Yellow FC Bochi, and SG Selkie. Thank you so much for supporting this Children's Day edition of Your Weekend. And now it's time for us to announce the winners of our Bake Off. Now in 3rd position, Hadassah. Hadassah, where are you? Let's clap for her. All right, please, let's have her give so that. All right, that is turn. Okay, so you can help her with this one. All right, in second position, we have Obinnaya Chukudile. He made a marble chocolate and vanilla cake with great, sorry. It was very tasteful, and and appropriate moisture was added, colors were very beautiful, and well, he attempted to frost, but he did well. All right, thank you. Let's clap for him. It's heavy. Wow. All right, just look at that. You just help him with this. One more. All right, in first, let's clap for him again. And in first position, I want us to start clapping before I announce the winner. Okay, for first position, we have Esther God's Will. She made a chocolate cake. She was very organized. Her baking station was very organized, and she was very quick with her recipes. Her cake was tasty, and she had her chocolate cake was very moist and very beautiful. All right, and she had a very nice presentation. So, Esther, congratulations. So here you have your gift. Okay. Clap for her again. Awesome. So those of you who participated but didn't get to make the top 3, don't worry, we have some gifts for you, and we'll be giving it to you now. So don't worry, we'll give you your gifts now, and we have some consolation prizes. So if you took part in the bake-off, please come over and pick your gifts. Smile for the camera, turn. Congratulations. Okay, so you can go back to your seat. And now it's time for us to cut our cake. So let's all get up and gather around our cake. All right, so it's time for us to cut our beautiful Children's Day cake made by Godsey Cakes, and we are just going to, if you can reach the knife, just reach it, hold it. If you can't, just put your hand on the shoulder of the person closest to you, and we are going to count to 3. One second, careful. Don't put pressure on the cake, just hold it gently, okay? All right, so we'll count to 3 and then we'll cut, okay? All right, so 1, 2, 3.
Happy Children's Day!
Yes, and I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Chioma Nkudile for being our beautiful guest on today's show, and everyone who has made today a beautiful one. And from me, it's goodbye, and from Mahmoud,
Goodbye. Thank you for watching us.
all right, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.